So what's up? Welcome back to the channel again, my little lovers of extremist, satanic and controversial black metal. So a very unplanned video right now. Was doing some dusting for the collection, and I figured out maybe I should do a video about this book. Like, remember when I did the videos about the t-shirt collection and the long sleeve collection? I never showed the book. I showed it on Instagram, but never here. The book is pretty big. This is my arm compared to the book. It's a cult book. Most of you know it. Maybe some newcomers don't know about this book. Maybe some old-timers missed this book. Anyway, it's 11 AM, so no beer. I just finished the dusting of the collection. Got the coffee. I am shooting this video on with a stand, yeah, with a stand that I used in another video where the sound was fucked. I adjusted the stand. I hope the sound is going to be good in this one, but nevertheless, if it's bad, I'm sorry, but hopefully it should be good. At least I tested it. Microphones are all working, so yeah, hopefully it will be good. So yeah, this is a cult book called True Norwegian Black Metal. It's a book, photography book. So first things first, like I said, it's very early. So cheers, some coffee. And we're going to take a look at this book. I looked on the YouTube, there is a video, a 20-minute one, a video about this book. It was filmed 10 years ago. It's in 480p, so the quality is low. There are some other videos on this book, but they're mostly in Spanish. I'm guessing Latin American folks really enjoyed this book. So yeah, I hope this will be 20 minutes long. I'm gonna tell you some information about it when we got into it, but like I said, it's a cult book. There are cult photos, and yeah. So cheers, and let's roll, right? So a book club for Norwegian Black Cult channel. Okay, so I removed the coffee. So like I said, it's pretty big. What I'm gonna do also, it's very glossy, and the book is pretty expensive also. So since it's very glossy, your fingerprints will be left immediately. I'm gonna use one glove on one hand if I wanted to point something out, and turn the pages with this. So let's go. Of course, cult image here. The beginning. It's 168 pages long, actually. A bit of an introduction here and thank you notes and stuff like that. Immediately we are greeted by one of the most iconic images. Okay, yeah, it's good. So the top is there, the bottom is there, and this is my hand. So you can see that pictures are in very high definition, and they're high quality images, and the book is very big. There's a lot of quotes in the book by different people. I'm not gonna read them all. However, we have this one. This is a greeting quote, so it's worth reading. Ingirum imus nocte et consumimur igni. Latin, very hard. A very hard quote here. What that quote actually means is we go around and around in night and we are consumed by fire. In the background we're listening to Carpathian Forest. Iconic images, especially this one. About the quote, it's falsely attributed to Virgil, who was a poet, but actually the origins of the quote are unknown. There are some speculations on what it actually means. One of the speculations, if you go to the Wikipedia in Italian, it's only in Italian, it would suggest that it has something to do with basically throwing away the material world, consuming yourself in like demonism, and basically having other values. If I'm not mistaken, Gaul, right? So let's talk about the book also while we're doing this. Some images are really weird, like this one. What were your first boots? In Estonia, actually, a lot of people ordered custom boots because they were cheaper to make during those times. So the book was released in 2008 by Peter Beste. He's an American photographer. You can see there's information on the book, the cover image. So he's an American photographer. Also pretty iconic one. A bit from him. Not gonna read it. Yeah, and the book was published in 2008. Back then it cost 60 euros, I think. Right now it's a bit probably more. I don't know if they have a they should have a second, third and fourth prints of this book, if I'm not mistaken. But it's hard to tell, and be very careful when you buy it. This is actually the book is being bootlegged. So there's a lot of bootleg books like this one. This is the first press. My wife gave it to me in that year 2008 when it came out. So yeah, this is the first press. Interestingly enough, Peter, the photographer, took, I think, 7 trips to Norway over the span of 7 years. Lovecraft here. There's a lot of quotes about nature, human nature, philosophy and so on. Iconic image. So he did it on the span of 7 years. So you can imagine how many working hours he put into it. Also worth noting that Peter is a photographer. He's not a not a cover artist. He doesn't do the albums and stuff like that. Just a minute. Once again, welcome to the book club. Cheers. Okay, so he only does the photography. Interestingly enough, if you go to his Metal Archive page, you will see that he's very active. He's very respected in the black metal scene. His newer and earlier work, he's still working, include photography for 1349, for example. Of course, Carpathian Forest. One of the newer guys on the block who used Peter's services is, of course, a Celestial Sword, Dark Throne, Gargaroth Enslaved, Immortal, Toke, Urgehal, of course, and even Raid used them. This is actually a very good image. The guy is... you all know the guy, but the image is good. I like how he put him out on the front and the forest is in the back. It's kind of fucking mystique. I did some photography myself back in the day. One band even has... I was successful one time, I can say. One big band has my picture on the cover of their album. Oh, look, something is stuck. Or not. Wait a minute, what the hell? Okay. So it's a table. Yeah, I forgot about the existence of it. It will tell you different times and shit like that, like in what year what happened. Gal. I read Peter's interviews about the book in general. It's interesting how shallow they actually are. How much work went into this project, like 7 years, and how shallow the interviews are. He basically says that guys are very enthusiastic, they like metal, they love to play metal, they are very shy. And the whole book is a testimony to the subculture. He himself enjoys black metal very much, as he said. He listens to it. But yeah, and that's pretty much it what he said, like that's all what he said. I'm guessing it's because that the book is semi-connected to the Vice documentary. Met this young fella a couple of times, signed a couple of my items. A very chubby friendly motherfucker. As well as Nata Frost, yeah. So the book is connected a little bit to that fucking shitty documentary that Vice did. So maybe he doesn't speak a lot about it because he's trying to distance himself from Vice. I don't know. Oops. A little bit of action here. But yeah, so that's basically all he said. Interestingly enough, his other photography book, yeah, includes it's about rap culture, gangster rap in Houston, I think. So there's a lot of pictures of that there. And I think his next work is pretty funny. I read that it's going to be another book on photography. I'm guessing it's going to be a bit of a conspiracy theories kind of book, because it's going to be on the subject of UFO. I don't know if he's going to put pictures of UFOs there, or he's going to put pictures of, you know, the conventions where the conspiracy theory fans gather and they discuss UFOs and shit like that. But this one is really good. This one has a lot of like iconic photography, and photography that actually you don't see a lot. I don't think, for example, you've seen this image a lot on the internet, right? The ship heads, the fence. There is one very interesting photo here with the fence that I really enjoy. I'm guessing preparation for the gig. And it's this one. You can never go wrong with this and this and this. No, this is okay, but you know, true love. The only place you can meet true love is on a Black Matter concert. Not a bad beer if you're ever in Norway. I've been to Norway 2 times. There's a kind of a little bit documentary that I made here on the YouTube channel. If you haven't seen that one, go check it out. It's about black metal exhibition, Helvet shop, and the church that Vart Faust and Euronymous burned. I visited all those places. I suggest you to go. An interesting fact is that I've been there 2 times. First time I've been in 2018, and it seemed very expensive to me. I don't know, maybe because I was younger. But in 2020, and I went there in 2018 only with my wife. But in 2022 I went with both kids and wife, and it seemed like it was alright. Nothing like extraordinary. The prices were okay. Yeah, the beer is a bit expensive. You go pay 7 euros for a beer. Here you pay about 5.50, 6 euros. So it's not that expensive. But in some places in Norway I've seen, yeah, it's like 9 euros. But the food seems to be not that expensive. I don't know. I had a great fucking time visiting. Of course, when you visit Norway, you have to go. I suggest to take a train and just go outside the Oslo. Maybe like for 1 hour. You go outside and you're already in the forests and can enjoy the beautiful nature. Hen house, I believe, where Mayhem rehearsed. Right? It should be, yeah, it should be, I think. Because the Dark Throne also had one that looks similar to this. So some portraits. Also, he said that some images, he's proud of some images because he took them like in a fragile state, in a shy state. Like not your typical corpse paint stuff where they're posing. He took them like almost secretly and kind of exposed their shy side, their outsider side, and so on. I think there's one. No, of course you know this guy, legendary guy. Not enough pictures of him. Not enough pictures. There's one picture that I'll show you. I think it's closer to the end of the book. That basically shows what he means by. Oh, well, you can see like this. Pictures that are unexpected, you know. Apparently, after a photo shoot, you know, went to Statoil. Statoil was a gas station. I think now it's rebranded to Circle K. So, this kind of images, like, oh, good morning. Some tabs. So, a very, very iconic book, like I said. And like I said, maybe not a lot of people, newcomers, know about it. Abbath. whatever you think of him. I'll be honest, I don't know. The guy he's funny. He's funny, dude. Came to pick up the kids from the school. Oh, this one, that's like Necro Butcher. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like images that are taken not in their usual environment. You see, cutting the trees, working hard. Again, more quotes. Here's the list. Every page, who is on every page, like Not Frost, Gal, Gargarot, and so on. Yeah, so it's pretty good. A bit of legendary images in the back of the book with cover arts from Slayer Mag and Metallion, I think, right? Best friends forever. I mean, to cover him up, yeah. One is still kicking, another is not. Some drawings, some information. I'm struggling to remember if this was done. I think this is Dead. This is Dead's drawing. I need to read it upstairs. Like, here is the info. Yeah, I think it's Dead. Anyway, this is for sure Dead. So yeah, these are already more iconic images that you have seen online. Information about the mag and shit like that. Cover. These are all, I think, these are all over the internet. So there is no point in looking into them really that hard as we did in those. But here's the Slayer mag. All covers. I think you can steal. Last time I was in Nezablot or Helvet in Oslo, I think they had some for sale. I might be mistaken, but I think they had some for sale. The original ones. Of course, there's letters and stuff like that. Also here, you know, this gentleman here, this gentleman here. Very nice drawing here. Very cult. Emperor. So here's a lot of information. It's already the ones that you can read. Legendary, Deathlike Silence, banner, and of course Varg. I like this one. It's like the expression on his face is the expression with which I wake up every Monday morning when I have to go to work. Disappointment. Alright, we got a little bit more pages. And the bell is here also. Infamous Karen cover. I'm actually looking for that. Maybe I'll find it for a reasonable price sometime. I'm willing to pay maybe like 50 euros for it. I know it goes a lot, but it's a magazine. I'm not gonna pay over. I just want to frame it, since I do collect some stuff by Varg, but I'm never after like first presses and shit like that. I'm more into like this kind of, you know, weirder stuff. So you got all that cult church burning stuff here. Varg looking skinny here. Actually interesting, yeah, he's a bit skinny. Guilty as hell. Says who? Says some dumbass journalist. And that's it. And to finish, we're actually gonna... I think this one is pretty good. There is no sun without shadow, and it is essential to know the night. Albert Camus. This is a very fitting quote for the end of the book. So that was it. Let's take a look at the back closer. Like I said, the book is huge. So you see Vice, and you get the prices here. So I bought it, my wife bought it for 60 euros. That's 100% I'm sure about that. True Norwegian black metal. In the last 2 decades, a bizarre and violent musical subculture called black metal has emerged in Norway. Its roots stem from a heady blend of horror movies, heavy metal music, satanism, paganism, adolescent angst. In the early mid-90s, members of this extremist underground committed murder, burned down medieval wooden churches, and desecrated graveyards. What started as a juvenile fantasy came to symbolize the start of war against Christianity, in a return to worship of the ancient Norse gods, and the complete rejection of mainstream society. Damn, good old fucking times. For the people whining that those times are gone, I don't think they are gone. It's whatever you make of the times. If only you sit on your ass and whine that they are gone, they're gone. They're maybe gone for you. Or the shit that you're constantly whining about, that there's no good black metal bands. Surely they are. There's millions of good black metal bands. Well, maybe not millions, but you have to dig through piles of shit to find them, yeah. So that's it. Really good book. If you get the chance, go grab it. Iconic in some way or another. So yeah, by the way guys, also my last video was released 3 days ago. I'll go check it out. Maybe some of you missed it. It was a collection update. Yeah, only 3 days ago it was released, and we're already filming a new one. This is kind of a special one, you know. But yeah, so go check that out. I might be having some issues with also algorithm of YouTube. Since last time I was kind of a little bit banned for some time. But then I won the appeal. I think they're hiding me from like notifications and shit like that. But it doesn't matter, we're still gonna continue anyway. So yeah, go check out that video from 3 days ago. It went to be a semi-controversial video. There's some very controversial band from Estonia there. Hope you enjoyed this one. In future, if you will like this video, it can completely fail on the channel. It can be one of the most lowest viewed videos ever. Maybe it will do good, hell knows. If it will do good, I will show you other books. Of course, books that have pictures in them, you know. I'm not gonna show you a book with a text, you know. Here, let's look at the pretty letters. No, if everything goes well with this one, later I'll show you more books connected to black metal. I'm trying to get now the history of National Socialistic black metal. Very hard to find, but I might be on the right track for that one. That will be really good to show on the channel, I think. And other books. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed. Hopefully I'll see you again pretty soon. So end of October and November are pretty busy months, right? So hopefully we'll you know, produce more updates even. So that's the plan. Of course, as usual, stay frosty and stay fucking black metal. I'll see you around.